Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money. You are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, Jenny. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, Jenny. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, Jenny. Anybody's bubble.
dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
There is God. Oh.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
There is God. Oh.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody
dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
There is God. Oh.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
There is God. Oh.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble. Anybody
dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God, oh. I'm ready to bust anybody's bubble, anybody's bubble.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole COVID money, you are going to prison.
You, Ike Ekweremadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly. You have held high political office. You had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is
Hello,
evidence
sir.
of as many as 40.
You think say they wise?
Hello, sir.
£400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God, oh.
Salabli. Good evening, sir. Àtọ́ sir, mi ò bínú mo understand pé setting náà ni.
Is a little bit late today.
Exactly. Exactly.
Some of our what's it called? Some of our guests. We are still expecting them.
Okay. Okay, all right. They will surely join very soon, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully. My administration is trying to contact the rest of the guests. As a matter of fact,
All
we
right.
are on TikTok as well. And,
Okay.
yeah, we are on TikTok right now, and we don't need to be particular line, but we are expecting some of our guests on TikTok to start coming over.
Salabli. Salabli. The speaker is echoing.
Hold on. I need
Okay.
turn off the
Okay. I think it's better like this.
hold on.
All right.
It's still echo?
No, it's not echoing again. It's okay now.
I wonder why that is. Hmm. I wonder why that is. Um, although we're trying to increase the number of things we have here to help the transmission so that more people will be able to join us when we're live.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
I think it's better like this. It's better like this.
Okay, you can hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. As I was saying,
Okay.
corruption is part of our problem in Nigeria.
In
So,
fact, our major problem.
hold on. I'm trying to welcome somebody on TikTok. Miss Madam
All
Joyous.
right.
Madam Joyous, you're welcome. Corruption is a major problem in Africa, as we already know.
Exactly.
A lot of
Exactly.
administrative parts have tried their best to fight this, but to no avail, no success. So that takes me to the next question. What is the point? What is the point of continuing to fight corruption? Well, will it not be rather easy for Nigerians to just accept that corruption is now part and parcel of our culture? Eh? Need to talk. Okay, hold on. Mr. Marwa,
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's
Okay.
get ourselves here better in the gadget we have because it seems like
Oh,
mm, it seems like the I'm hearing complaint that the TikTok voice is not doing okay. So um, I need my headphone so that way I can kill all the voice that is echoing all over this place. Eh, hmm? I have some now.
hello.
People need to pay my phone.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Nairo. Hello, Mr. Nairo.
Salah Blue, I'm with you, sir.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Can you can you hear me clearly now? Can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear you very clear now. Very clear.
Okay. Check your private chat. Check your private chat.
You said I should do something, sir.
Check your private chat. I just sent you a private chat. I just sent you a. I sent you a
Okay.
private chat. I sent you a private chat.
All right.
And then J boy, J boy is on the line. Can you hear me? J boy is on the line. Can you hear me? Hello, J boy. J boy. Sarah Moyo, Sarah Moyo, Sarah Moyo, Moyo.
Sal, I believe
Did you get the message?
I
Did you get my message?
I've not really. I will have to. I will have. I've not seen the message. I've not seen the message.
Okay, you will leave your screen
I
before you
have
can see.
not.
Anyway, without
Yeah, I will
further,
leave my screen.
without further, we can start taking on the topic one by one. First of all,
All right.
let me play the video saw earlier on in the prelude. Um, uh, so I want us to listen carefully to the part of Malawian
All right.
Over a dozen individuals suspected of committing the crimes exposed by this audit report have just been arrested by the Malay Police Service. I want all of the thieves hiding in the civil service to mark my words. If the finger of evidence points to you as one of the thieves that stole over a dozen individuals COVID money, you are going to prison.
that fact, the Malawian president, Mrs. Mrs. Clara, you're welcome on TikTok. Can you mute your for a while? Mrs. Clara, thank you. Welcome on TikTok. Can you mute your? So the fact we've just visited now from the Malawian president is that he is actually arresting a couple of his cabinet. Now from the Malawian president is that he's actually arresting a couple of his cabinet
Okay.
because they stole the COVID money. They stole the COVID money.
COVID money.
The money that we're supposed to take care of people during COVID. Supposed to take care of the
COVID. That was 2020.
Mm-hmm. So he decided to initiate the security outfit of the country, and they got them arrested. And his last statement is actually making to go after anyone who is corrupting the country.
Hmm.
So my point is, Nigeria have tried several times without, but we failed. 8 years ago, Buhari said he was fight corruption. People be careful with this idea that believe that Buhari fight corruption. Look at 8 years now. Where are we?
Hmm.
Where are we?
Think
More or less,
we don't even.
Mr. Mayowa, go on.
Okay. I think we don't even understand where we are right now as far as Nigeria is concerned. And there is saying in legal field that he who wants to go into equity must go with clean hands. So, in fact, corruption, as far as any country is concerned, be it in Africa or other continents, I think it's a fight of individual. It should be a systemic fight, that involves a system that is built and to be cybernetic anytime, any day. Although based on findings, it is not possible to have a country or a state is 100% free from corruption. But to some extent, if there is a system, if there is a system, it will be very easy to fight corruption, because the corruption we are talking about now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is a systemic corruption, and I think is very deadly. Is very deadly. Let me give an instance now. I have not been to USA before. I've not been to UK and other advanced countries. But as Nigerians, even though we misbehave here in Nigeria, when we get to other advanced countries, there is this feeling like, no, we need to comport ourselves. And why? We know that they have their system in place. You cannot use big manship or influence to bypass process in all these advanced countries I've mentioned, some of them that I did not even mention. So when we talk of fighting from Nigeria, the question is your own hand also clean? Is your own hand also clean? There is a passage in the Bible uh, that you cannot use evil or devil power to chase evil out of someone. So anybody that will fight corruption must be a person that is free from corruption and must be able to build a system that will be able to fight corruption consistently. Consistently. Yes, consistently. And there is one thing we fail to understand in Nigeria. We fail to understand the fact that government is a continuum. Government is a continuum in the sense that when a particular administration establish a particular program or project, once the tenure of that administration is over, the next administration that will come in just feel that, oh, I did not launch this project, so I don't need to fund it or cater for the existence. So all these are contributing and many more to the existence and flourishing of corruption in Nigeria and some other African countries.
See, you make a very big statement that
Okay,
if we are to cast a stone on a sinner, like Jesus Christ said, the
exactly.
person who have nailed sinner up to be the first one to pick up the stone.
Oh,
That is where the
oh,
problem is.
good.
That is where the problem is. Corruption now in Nigeria is now becoming a norm. You know,
In
we are
fact,
saying
it's part of
we are
culture.
denying it, we are denying it, but it's already a part of our job. So let me welcome from day one, and then J boy, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, There's a voice issue in the area. Mayor is already on line. Mayor is already on line.
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. Very much. How about the Mayor? Mayor, you are welcome to the show. Mayor, you are welcome to the show. Mayor needs his earpiece, okay? Mayor needs his earpiece. Mayor, you are welcome. Mayor, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Mayor,
Oh, I'm here.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
you're welcome. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Kembe, I don't know what part of the discussion you had. I don't know what part of the discussion you had.
Yeah.
Well, my question is still on
The network is feedback poor here. Network is I think it's due to the rain. It's due to the rain. I can hardly hear it comes on and
Yeah, there's an echo.
yeah. Huh. I wonder how and why. Hold on, let me see. And the echo is coming from my side, right? And the echo is okay. I see what happened. Okay, how about now? How about now? How about now?
it's a bit better.
How about now? Okay.
There's a background noise. There's a background noise. There's a noise from the background. There's a background noise. There's a
Okay, this is what
background
I would say.
noise. There's a noise from the background.
If you are not talking, I think you rather mute your mic. The noise from the background is coming from other people who did not mute their mic. If you are talking, I think you rather mute your mic. So we are giving the forum to Kendo right now. So every other person mute your mic, please. So giving the forum to Kendo right now. So your mic. Kendo, can you hear me now? Kendo,
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
okay, can you go on?
I can hear
Are
you now.
hearing the echo?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, can you go on?
It's no more echoing. I can hear you.
Okay, go on. Okay, go on.
It's no more echoing.
It's corruption now part and parcel of Nigerian culture. It's corruption now of Nigerian culture. Mayor, Philadelphia Mayor.
Oh,
Can you hear
yes,
me?
sir. I'm here.
Uh-huh. Can you still hear the echo?
Sorry, say that again.
Can you still hear the echo?
I can't see you. Is that the question?
Can you hear the echo again?
No, the echo I think has gone.
Okay, that's
There
good.
is background noise, however.
That's why I'm saying if you are not talking at the moment. We can use the mic.
You, I am with you, Salah. I am with you.
Okay, can you, if you are, because
Oh,
I want
yes,
to give you forum
sir.
to Mayon in
I'm here.
Philadelphia.
I'm here.
Can you mute your mic for now?
Sorry, say that.
Mayo, why do God? Mute your mic.
I can see you.
Hey, mute your
Is
mic.
that the question?
How you are?
Oh, much better.
Much better, right?
Yes.
So, if the forum is not our turn, please let us mute the mic. So that way there is no interference. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So, Mayor Philadelphia,
Yes, sir.
the issue is corruption is now part and parcel of Nigerian culture.
Yes.
Can we change that? Or we should just accept our fate?
Ah, um, there are two ways to look at it. It's unfortunate that it has come to a stage where we have come to accept it. It is unfortunate that the old system is corrupt, that we cannot even think of changing it. There is no way we can prosecute it. So I think the the way to, I guess there's a part of, maybe it's just time for us to now to start to face the reality. This is who we are. The generation that has gone before us, the current generation, and the generation that is going to come after us. This is all they know. Corruption. You have to bribe, you have to grease hands. If you fly into Nigeria, you have to prepare to bribe. You have to prepare to give people money. Even though, I mean, I was in Nigeria in January, and there's a sign that says, "Do not give the staff at the airport money." The sign is there, and in front of you, the people they are asking for money. And I'm looking, can't you people see the sign that you people put up in your office? So that is the reality. Unfortunate as it may seem, that is the reality of what it is. So maybe, it's sad enough to say, but I think me, I've come to accept that this is who we are. And this is who we are. And I don't know whether any president can even start thinking of changing it, because if all of us are corrupt, then the kind of people we will elect, the kind of leader that will emerge is going to be just like us, corrupt. Sorry, I can't hear. If you're talking, Sablu, I can't hear you. The is muffled.
Let me check my mic.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I need to switch this thing because this other mic is not working. A lot of things is not working, don't you? Hmm? How about now?
Much
Hello?
better, much better, much better.
Okay.
Yes.
I was giving an example like that a common petty trader on the street
Mm.
is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Alaba market. You want to buy parts. If you don't go there with a mechanic, you definitely going to buy something else.
Mm.
Instead of you buying a plug, they probably give you a cigarette, and your car will smoke it. How long do you smoke cigarette? Maybe like 5 minutes, it's already gone. That's exactly how your car will smoke the plug. But why? Because this corruption issue is eating us up to the bone and marrow.
Yeah, definitely.
Tembe,
I'm with you.
over to you.
I
Over to
think
you.
corruption.
We are
Thank you.
corrupt. Accepted or
We
not?
are all corrupt. Corruption starts with us. We as the people, we are all corrupt. I can remember when I was working with my boss in the house like there's a contract from Lagos State. They divert it to their own company. All the directors in the house, they direct it to their own company. It's Lagos State job, but they will direct it to their own company, do it in their own company, and collect extra money. They pay people less. So I believe corruption starts with us, not the government. We all are corrupt. Imagine me going to the market, buying a crate of food for 1,700 and selling it at 1,850 or 1,900, telling people, I will even swear to God, I swear to God, madam, this thing, I buy am 1,900. That's why I think this is a lie. They are all corrupt. NEPA, we won't pay for, we won't pay NEPA bills. When they come to disconnect your lights, you see people that will come. Now, beg, don't cut my light. Let me just tip you 2,000 and leave it. By next week, I'll go and pay. And they will collect. I can remember a time I went for immigration job. But we had to submit our credentials. And when we got to the gate, the men working there, the people were supposed to submit our CVs to. Once they check and they see that you're a BSc holder, they will tell you, need better submit it. We won't submit it, we will burn it. Báwo ṣe máa gbé ẹ̀kọ́ wájú ọ̀gá lé mi lórí? Tó bá ní BSc ó jẹ́ lọ́fíìsì ẹ̀ má bẹ́ẹ̀ submit it. So there are some that will tell you that once you tip them, they are going to help you submit your CV. Whereas after the tip, they will still not submit your CV because they don't want you to come and be their boss. To me, I think everybody in this country, we have that corrupt mentality. Yeah. I think we need God's intervention. Yes, I don't know. That's
No,
the only
sorry.
thing we need.
Yeah, let me come in here.
Mayor,
We don't, let's leave God out of this one.
Mayor,
Okay.
Hello?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
can you hold on?
Okay.
Fisale, Adéyẹ ti bá jẹ́ àjọ pàdé níbi kan náà ní Ìwòrìṣà. Fisale, kí ló ti ń pè? John, John ti sùn lọ o. And he's connected.
Hello.
Thank you for waking up. Thank you for waking up.
Good evening, no.
Good evening, you are welcome.
Hello.
Oh, I greet everybody, oh.
As we greet you too, you are welcome.
Greet you too.
John,
Sir.
say you want to come in now or you want Mayor to add this part?
I don't like that blanket covering you give everybody. That all of us are corrupt. That's okay.
No more there.
That is not fair. Saying all of us are corrupt is is grossly unfair.
It is unfair, but that is the reality.
No, there is no reality in it.
Well, Nigerians are corrupt.
And the problem is, you see, that is the problem. And it is not an impossible thing to do.
There's a break in your network. We didn't hear the
Hello?
last thing you said. The last thing you said, we didn't hear. You see, if you give
Can you hear me?
if you give MTN bribe now, they will give you a better network.
Yes.
They will give you better network. See?
Well, funny enough, Motishisha Telecom, so I know how it works.
Okay.
It's not just about giving, it's about your location. And which, yes.
Okay.
If you are If you are in VI, you'll be using 5G on your iPhone. But if you are in I disagree. I mean, see, it's a very ambiguous question now. You can't just, like I said, I don't agree with the blanket cover that all of us are corrupt. Yes, the percentage is high. Yes, but saying absolutely everybody, I disagree with.
What how do you determine the highness? How high? If you want to give it a number, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, or which sector is not
So,
corrupt?
Mr. Major, don't mind
Thank
him.
you.
Don is a civil engineer. The guy does measurements, and he knows that whatever measurement is larger carries the notion. Go on, Don. Answer the question. Which percentage? Don, can you hear us?
You are breaking.
Everything is breaking right now. You said a certain percentage is
Can
high.
you hear me?
I can hear you. A certain percentage is high. Which one is higher? How much higher is it?
Now, see, it is really, maybe as high as 95. See, it's high. I agree.
Lobato?
But that still doesn't make it a hopeless situation. You see, I will take example of Rwanda. You see, we just need, okay. You see, when I said something about building institution and individual. If you look at what is happening with NDLE, yes, NDLE now.
Yes.
Everybody will say, NDLE is working. And NDLEA has been in existence for only God knows how many years. But because one individual called retired Ahmed Buba Marwa heading the NDLEA now, we are seeing some very conspicuous NDLEA work. Is it because NDLEA just created or because Buba Marwa is now made the head? You see, when we say that a whole lot
Hello,
of these things
Jeba
is
is here.
tied to. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Welcome, J-Boy. Welcome, J-Boy. We can hear you. Mr. John,
Okay,
we can
yeah,
hear
welcome.
you.
Okay, no problem. Yes, I'm
Okay.
here with you.
See, you see, when we have what is this her name? Dora at what do they call them? NAFDAC. It was success. You see, I was saying, look, let's take Rwanda for example. When Rwanda, with all their problems, yes, with all their problems, the day they made up their mind, all their problems, with all their problems, hello.
Hello, John.
Okay, I was hearing an echo. That was why I kept quiet.
The network is the
You
network.
see, Nigeria as of today, we have just two problems. If we solve those two problems, if we solve those two problems, we will be amazed at the kind of change you will see in this country. The number one question is number one problem is leadership. Why I say leadership is this. You see, when you have a leader that is make himself answerable to the people, it will solve the problem. It's number one. Then the second problem, and I will tie it to the leadership, is consequence. If you check it out, 99% of things that happen are because there are no consequences for people's action or inaction. If you go to Lagos, for example, if you are at the Central Business District, CBD Lagos, you dare not break the lights as a driver, because you know there are cameras that will capture you. When you are going for your next license or vehicle license, your bill will be waiting there for you. I have friends that will tell me that they are not going to drive, they don't want to drive in Lagos because I don't know the rules in Lagos. Why? Because there are consequences. You see, when those two problems are solved, you will see that there will be a great improvement in this country. That's why I cannot say I will write the country off in totality. No.
Okay.
I'm not going to write the country off in totality. I submit.
Okay. Actually, let me put something in the right order. I do not think any one of us is writing off the country in totality. But we all agree, if 90% of the country is corrupt, as a matter of fact, I would say 95%. If 95% of the country is corrupt, we can conclude that the whole country is swimming in the culture of corruption. For example, Mignon said earlier that when he went to the airport, almost everybody is asking for money, even though there is a Garaba sign that says you do not collect bribe at the airport. But we all know
Which
that.
boils down, that's what comes down to what I said about consequence. Consequence is punishment. There should be cameras. If there are cameras that catch people who demand for money and they are punished for it, others will not do it.
The problem is who is going to implement the consequence? The
So
same
so so
Nigerian that are
so
corrupt.
so let me come in here, please. Just to respond.
Mayor, over to you. Then we
Yes.
go to Mayor Lagos.
Yes.
We have two Mayor here. Mayor Philadelphia.
Okay.
Mayor Lagos.
Jeba is here too.
We're coming to you, Jeba. Mayor, you have like 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, I was going to say that, the uncle that just spoke last, he said something about the Central Business District of Lagos, that if you drive there, that they will catch you. Now, there's something you said. You said the institution and the individuals. You gave an example of certain individuals like Dora and Marwa. Now, here's the thing. Dora is past, and yet I don't know what year she died, but years after she died, we're still talking about her. Now, what about the other people that came after Dora? What about the people that will come after Marwa? Is the institution strong enough that even if the next leader is not corrupt, can they fight back? That's number one. Number two, let's use the Central Business District as an example. If Tinubu's child drives in Central Business District today and he jumps the red light, is there a system that will hold Tinubu's child accountable? Or if Tinubu himself and the red light captures them, is there a system in place that can capture, that would say, oh, okay? Or would they say, well, it's Tinubu's child, we have to dismiss it? Because it is until we do that, that is when we start saying, hey, this system is not corrupt. Because then you have a system that says, without fear or favor. But right now, our culture also says a lot of favor comes into play. So if somebody of a reputable family or the son of a politician breaks the law, we let them pass. I will give an example. About a month ago, if a man died in Nigeria, he was attacked by a man OPC, a member of OPC. It's in the news. The man that essentially killed this man has been arrested. But I understand that because he's a member of OPC, the man that did the killing, because the OPC, they have to release him. Now, why should a man can kill another man in broad daylight and yet there are no consequences? We are talking about killing here. He didn't slap him. He didn't step on his toe. He didn't run his car into his car. He killed a man, another man, a man that has wife and children and grandchildren. But because he's a member of OPC. Now, I didn't know OPC was even part of the government apparatus. OPC. So if a member of APC kills somebody, what's a lot now? I mean, I don't know if I can speak Yoruba. Like, that is it. There are not going to be consequences. We're talking about killing here. What are the consequences for that? So we're even corruption that we're talking about. It is killing people as we speak. All they have to do is bribe the whoever. Even if they arraign him, what are the chances that there will be a successful prosecution? So that is what we are talking about here. Yes, there are certain individuals, but unfortunately, the most, even if a president comes that is not corrupt, the most he can do is 8 years. Then he leaves. And then whoever replaces him, they're looking to replace him so that they can get their own. So the system, unfortunately, is corrupt. And he said 95%. It's like somebody saying, you have 95% sickness. Or 95, even if they said that somebody has a 95% chance of not
are a
living, you
senator
already
in
start preparing for the
Nigeria's
person's
National
burial because
Assembly who have
95% was
held
the
high
here.
political.
That is what we are talking about here. I
Okay,
submit.
agree to disagree. We will move to Mr. We will move to let me see, Mayor in Lagos. But before we do that, I want to show you the other part of the video because we are moving to the next segment, which is, in order to derive us back to the actual topic of the day, which is Nigerian politicians actually investing stolen money in abroad. Okay? Now, there's a case recently in UK.
Oh, louder.
Ekwemadu, Ekwemadu, whatever. The former senator who was jailed in UK for harvesting another Nigerian's organ. But the point of that for me personally is when the that means the lawyer, the judge, was analyzing the problem. He mentioned some of the stolen goods that the lawyer has very to invest in UK. Listen.
Senator in Nigeria's National Assembly who have held high political office, including
Are going to prison.
Ike Ekramadu, are a senator in Nigeria's National Assembly who have held high political office, who had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh.
You have held high political office, had many staff, including domestic staff, maids, chefs and drivers. You own multiple properties around the globe. There is evidence of as many as 40.
You think so they're wise?
More than £400,000 went into your bank account over a 6-month period.
Here is God. Oh.
Okay, let me just highlight the important part in that statement of the judge. Before this particular case, we're about to have about 40 different properties in overseas, around the world, probably in America and the UK. In 6 months, only in 6 months, he has £400,000 transferred to UK bank. £400,000. Does anybody have an idea how much that can do in Nigeria? How much did regular home need to survive in Nigeria? 400,000 pounds transferred to foreign accounts. And yet, average Nigerian has no job. An average Nigerian don't know what to eat before they go to bed. They don't know the promise of tomorrow. You see, while his case is his case, but my interest in the case is that particular area where the judge highlights the number of properties this man has in abroad and the stolen goods he made away with. Now that takes me to my next question. Mayor Lagos. Mayor Lagos. Can you hear me? Waiting for everybody's frozen. Everybody's frozen. Everybody come back. Dear boy.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Of course, did you hear the analysis? It's like Mayor in Lagos just got back like that. So we'll be expecting him to wake up again. That's the issue of network. Okay, if you can hear me, did you hear the analysis about the judge pronouncement on Kuremanu? J boy. J boy gone back. Everybody gone out. See? So you can understand what is going on in Nigeria. Most of my guests from Nigeria.
Network
People they hear you.
challenges, don't mind us here. Because these are the issues that we are trying to
Me
address now.
they hear everything though.
Okay. I think Kembe too
Wow.
is alive.
I heard you loud and clear. I had the issue of Keremadu.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I said
So
I
my
had the
next
issue of
question is this.
Keremadu.
Hold on, J boy. My next question is this.
Okay.
Can we just switch? Can we switch agenda instead of actually trying to imprison these politicians? Let us just encourage them to invest this money at home, because the reason why they are flying our money outside of the country is because they feel scared that we are going to grab them by the throats and shake them off this amount of money and put them in prison. In order to avoid prison, they have to take the money out.
Okay.
Boy, go on.
Well, yeah, I'm here with you. But there are laws on ground, and there are rules.
Àwọn Nigerian politicians ń try láti mú máa yẹn lóhùn ni o, wọn ò fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo a máa sọ tinú wa, n tẹ́ máa ṣe lẹ máa ṣe, we go talk here. John, are you there? Kembe, over to you, Oye.
I dey here.
Okay. Let's hear Kembe. Yeah, boy, we wake up again. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay. And that is the situation whereby Nigerians, we need to strengthen our laws, and we need to strengthen institutions in charge of corruptions. No government official should be allowed to engage in acts of corruption. When you are trying to encourage them that you should come and invest the money back into the country, they want to steal more. If there is a punishment for it, you are going to discover that they will refrain from it. We should learn from China's. We should learn from India's. We should learn from China's. We should learn from South Korea's. And that's what are the factors that fast track their development at high pace we are seeing today. We saw what they are in 1960, but today now they are competing with the Western world because of what they've succeeded in taming the monster of corruption in their public sector. But public sector is engine room of any country development. If the public sector is corrupt, there's no how a country can survive. That's it.
True talk, true talk. We should actually uh, make make sure that our law becomes stricter.
Yes,
But
Ali.
my point still stands because
It just buttress what I said.
uh, my
Consequence.
my point still stands. John, wait a minute. Have we not tried any of this your policy in the past? John, any of these policy that you are actually introducing, that you are talking about, have we not tried
Yes.
it in the past?
See, the truth is human being naturally, human being naturally, we are not obedient. We want naturally anywhere, any human being want to break the law. The only difference between the West and us is that majorly there are consequences for every action. If you are in Nigeria, if you see a traffic, a road sign that says 100, all of us are guilty. Now that place, because you see, say the road smooth, now they are going to do 130, 140, 160. But they are in the abroad. If they say this place now 70, if you do 75, nobody go tell you. Your ticket will meet you for house. We have laws, but are those laws are they still relevant with the present situation? No. If you go to a Nigerian court, do you still know how much the penalty for human slaughter? I think it's 200 naira. That has been since God knows when. What we still using. So you see, I was telling somebody today that I think it was Bala Blue I was discussing with, that you need to be smart to escape crime in Nigeria until you get to a certain level. At that particular level, you do anyhow, nothing they happen. Nothing they happen, as in nothing they happen. But at certain level, if you want to do stealing or anything, you need to be smart. Why? Because there are likely to be punishment for those younger ones. But when we get to a particular level, we feel we are above the law. Until we have people who do not see that opportunity given to them as a room to oppress others, a room to circumvent the law, a room to bend the law to suit their purposes. A friend of mine once said that rich people, the elite people, they don't break the law. They bend the law to suit their purpose. And that is Nigerian style. But anybody that breaks a traffic rule in UK, it doesn't even know the color of your skin or what your name is, who is your father. They bring your tickets to you at home. But here, like you said, how many of those high-ranking people have we punished? But if we have just one leader that made up his mind, like Paul Kagame of Rwanda did, is behaving like autocratic, sort of, but the guy is getting results. Until we have such, and presently, except if you are going to have such as a state governor, but in presidency, I am not seeing such. So it's a tough call. It's a tough situation we find ourselves, but it is not totally irredeemable. That is my take.
Thank you, Don. Um, J-Boy, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm with you.
Okay, go on. Go on. Maybe you should find
Okay.
a very receptive area in the environment.
Okay. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. Now, on the issues of trying to encourage the looters, let's use that word looters. We call them our national wealth looters, because when we look at record, IMF quoted Nigerians have lost over $400 billion to the art of corruptions. And when we now look at Nigerian GDP, as of 2003, GDP of Nigeria is just above $500 billion. That means amount they are sold in Nigeria is even equivalent to the amount of Nigerian GDP. That tells you the kind of a brazen act the leaders have done to Nigerian economy. You know, the implication is so grave, is so monumental, is so gangatua that if we are trying to dissect it, we can spend a whole week to do that. Now, when you are now encouraging them to bring the money back to the country to reinvest, it must sound like a laudable ideas, very wonderful ideas, but it's another impetus for others to steal. If I steal, maybe they only ask me to reinvest back to the countries, and that we are getting back to where we are coming from. And the idea of this is that we need to take a stand, and the stand is to stop the act of corruption by the public leaders. And if you want to do that, a lot of things we are going to put in place. One, we are going to strengthen our laws, because our laws have a lot of lacuna, have a lot of loopholes that leaders exploit to their own advantage. Definitely, we know the world everyone has a kuna, but our own is too obvious. It's always easier for them to able to employ best hand in terms of legal positions to able to protect them. Look at what just happened recently now. The Accountant General of the Federation stole over 80 billion naira. Out of what? 80 billion naira. Accounting a whole accounting officer of the countries, and is the one that was stealing Nigeria's money. And when you now go down to what happened in Kano, see what the governor did. The governor awarded a project and was still collecting bribe from that project. If you are trying to list the act of corruption in Nigeria recently, it's mind blowing. In my own submission, I think Nigeria need to brace up. We need to strengthen our laws, and we need to empower those one involved. Look at EFCC these days. We thought EFCCs are immune to corruption, but we saw what happened about 2 weeks ago. They killed themselves because of money, little money. Two officers, two FCF officers killed themselves. Now, where do we have our hope lie on now? And that's where the problem lies. And that's why if we are not trying to all collective effort towards this canker world, this kind of monsters, we are still going to walloping on in underdevelopment that has become the major features of Nigerian states. That's my submission.
Thank you very much. Very good point and very good analysis you provided with the IMF
Mm.
figures about how much we are losing towards corruption. Now, um, Mayor Lagos, is he back or not? Okay, let's try Tembe. Is Tembe back or not? Okay, Mayor Philadelphia, over to you. Are you there? Mayor?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry,
Okay, thank you very much. You are
I
welcome.
have I have my son with me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you hear the
Okay.
last part of the conversation from J-Boy? So, I guess my point or my question still stands. Okay?
Yes.
There is one unanimous agreement that we have. There should be a continuous fight against corruption in Nigeria. Why we do that? How can we stop the wasteful spending
Hmm.
of those who stole our loot? So that at least if we can actually shut the door completely
Yeah.
from them taking all the money away to overseas,
Well,
that
I
they will be able to invest on our people.
Yeah, I think that is a pipe dream because the moment you steal, you can't steal and then say, okay, but the money you steal, I want you to spend it reasonably. Or the moment you steal, I want you to spend it in this location. The moment you tell somebody to steal, you cannot give up your right to determine or tell them how to spend the money they stole. You understand what I'm saying? You don't, it is, but the moment you tell somebody you can steal, you can't say steal and then by the same time with this money you stole. Because if you cannot tell them, if you cannot stop them from stealing, then you can't stop them from spending their money however they choose to. So I think the moment we give up our right to hold them accountable, we've given up the right to tell them how and where to spend it. You understand? You can't, when you tell somebody to steal, you also give up, you pretty much say, hey, whatever you want to use your money for, do. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you can't tell one person to steal 1 second and then say, okay, but then the money you steal, though, this is the way you spend it. We've given up that, and if we cannot enforce, if we cannot stop somebody from stealing, we sure as hell cannot stop them from spending the money however they choose to spend their money. It is now their money. Abi, I mean, it's just, I don't see how that will work. It is completely impractical unless you can put things in place that say, okay, you should. I mean, even the law that says politicians shouldn't have foreign accounts. We all know that is complete BS. All of them do. So you can't even enforce the most basic, simple laws if you cannot enforce it. So, like, how are we going to make that work? We're Nigeria. I'm sorry to say, we are not. We have not even started. We have not started at all. We are just we have not even scratched the surface. So I'm lost at how that would work completely.
So, from what I'm hearing, everybody suggesting we can chew gum and walk at the same time. In other words, we should continue to emphasize on the law, war against corruption, and at the same time punish the politicians who use their money. But
Are you with me? Are you with me? Yeah. Now,
John, are you there?
You are not very clear. Oh.
Okay, J-Boy can go on then.
okay, okay. Now, in the you are talking about plea bargain in law. That's what you just mentioned, whereby you should give them kind of a window to trying to repatriate back their looted loot back to the country and can able to reinvest for them to create wealth. They can able to galvanize the economy, make an economy to work and to able to create jobs. That's a very laudable idea.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni yìí tún mọ lọ mo rò pé political scientist ní ẹni tún mọ lọ go on.
Uh, it might sound so sweet. It might sound so a very beautiful ideas, but at the same time, it's another. It's kind of encourage. Because when you're trying to invest, you're also creating wealth. When you establish industries, when you invest in the agriculture, in hospitalities, people are going to work there. You are going to create wealth. Even the country is going to make more money by what? By collecting tax from the corporate tax and income tax, and which will make even the GDP of a nation to grow, and you can also become a viable nation. Very laudable. But at the same time, you need to look at how can we stop this act of corruptions? How can we ensure we have a system that is working that is working without any form of manipulations, and that is where the question lies. Because when you are trying to try to cure a problem, and also create another problem again that also become a monster at the end of the day, you discover that it will become what? It will make the nation to go back to what? To be on a reverse gear, or on the reverse gear of a development. And that's where I see. Now, which nation have done this kind of what? This kind of template you are creating now? I don't know. Even that how China did their own, South Korea's, even Singapore. Because these are the tiger nation we have recently now. They are flying. The economy is galloping, and which is now competing very well with the Western world. And they are even threatening the dominance, the hegemonies of this Western world now, because how they have fast track development in their own area. And the first thing they first did is to ensure that the tame, because you can't kill it, you can't kill the corruptions, you can't what, but they tame the monster of corruption in the societies, which because it's a cankerworm that can destroy the fabric of development so soon. I remember the word of this our late powerful woman, Dora Kunyele. So what made her to work tirelessly to ensure that the fake drug in Nigeria is at lower help is because her sister died of fake drug. Her sister died of fake drug, and that thing got hammered. And when you have the opportunity of working in that sectors, and that all drove her to that point, to that extent that it got to, and that's tell you that what it's not that this thing cannot possible in Nigeria, but we have the political will from the political leaders one, even the society itself, because even society pressures is another problem. People are not looking at that direction. When you have a brother becoming a governor, everybody around the family of that governor, oh, this is our turn. Oh God, this is our turn. We must ensure that everybody get himself enriched out of the what? Out of the sweat of other people. And that's going to be. And if paraventure, and if the man trying to do otherwise, yeah, he's going to be calling a lot of names, mumu or there, just to make him look a mockery, a mockery of himself. And that is the situation where the society we are ourselves now. Because like what the other guy said, he has become a norm. He has been the hallmark of our societies. And even sometimes I'm just trying to see whether it might even be it's part of our culture even from the beginning. Because I still don't know. When you try to ask for bribe, people see it as a normal way of life. Both the giver and the taker, they don't see it as a major problems, and that is why I don't know. Society itself need to brace up to able to work tirelessly to tame this monster. If you fail to do that, we are failing as a nation, and as nation will fail to develop. That's my submission.
So over to uh, Mayor Lagos. Mayor Lagos, are you there? Mayor Lagos. Mayor
Yeah,
Lagos.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
So
the next process is this. While I'm not suggesting that we go after the Western world, is there any way the Nigerian government can actually compel the Western
what
world?
did you say?
I'm not finished yet. Is there any way Nigerian government can actually compel the Western world from opening their doors for the looters? Because I will give you one example. About 10 years ago, America introduced different particular policies to work in conjunction with Nigeria in order to arrest
Okay.
fraudsters in Nigeria. That is, people who stole American money or who did something in America, they can now pursue them all the way to Nigeria and capture them. Okay? Working in conjunction with Nigerian government. That before is not possible. If you did anything here in America, you can get away with it as long as you take it to Nigeria. But these days it's impossible. That is how it was easy for Nigeria to be able to capture hot coffee. So now, can we reverse the whole situation? Can our government actually find a way to work with this Western world to expose these corrupt people, or is the Western one want to continue to be letting these people in just because they are benefiting from it? Because we know they are benefiting from it. There's no hiding behind the finger. The Western world are benefiting from these looters. But how can we actually compare their hands to be exposing these looters? Now, the Western world, Mayor Lagos.
Okay. Now, there is this saying in Yoruba that Ile Latin. So, when we are talking of we need help, the question is, are we helping ourselves as a nation? Now, if we are talking advanced country to trail those that are looting money in our country for us, whenever they come to their country, the question, what are we even doing about these looters in our own country ourselves? Let me cite an
So,
example. We
Mayor,
all know that in all these Arabic countries, all these Arab countries, if you are caught carrying drugs, hard drugs, if you are caught, yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you go on, and I'm
Can you
just
hear me?
hearing some static. I want to know exactly where it's coming from. There's a static in the connection somewhere. Go on.
Hello? Uh-huh.
There's a lot of there's a lot of delay.
Okay. I think I'm hearing some sound also on the ground. Okay. So what am I saying now is that in Arab countries, we know that once you are caught with hard drugs, it is capital for punishment. That's death penalty. And anybody that wants to deal with such a country knows that I must not do these certain things, irrespective of my influence or my position in my various countries. But the way we have taken this issue of corruption and bribery in Nigeria is as if our leaders have even, institutionalized it. Yes. It's as if they have institutionalized it in the sense that within themselves they are doing it and they see it as normal thing. You will listen to some news, they will tell you so person has embezzled so million of naira, so million of dollars, and at the end of the day there is nothing concrete to hear about it in terms of punishment or arresting. The point am I saying in essence is that before we can have assistance over of a thing, we must assist ourselves. There is a saying that tí èèyàn bá mọ̀ wípé òun ń ṣe àìsàn, that sickness is half solved when we agree as nation, when we accept as a nation that we sick and tired of bribery and corruption. I think at that point we need to know the next line of action to take, and at that other country can now come in to assist us.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you in your Lagos. See, we
Okay.
all agree that we
Okay.
should fight corruption at home. Okay, but
Okay.
the relationship between Western world and Nigeria is like a one-way traffic at the moment. If America can open a channel with Nigeria to go
Okay.
after criminals who
Okay.
escape from America, why can't Nigeria agree the same thing with US? That, did you get my point? There's a method they use to catch hot copy. And they use the same
Ye-
method to
Yes.
find all people that embezzle American money and run away. Or did a crime in America and run away to Nigeria. If Nigeria can help America to capture their own and send them back to America, why is it not difficult for Nigeria to be able to get anyone who escaped from Nigeria in America?
Can I come in?
Million right?
Like I said earlier, if we have a system, if we have that institution that is solid to deal with those people in our own nation as a country, it will be very easy for any other country to partnership with us in doing that. But if we cannot do that, it is not possible to have a solid assistance from any country that might even have the capacity to help us. Like I said, in Yoruba, when you have your child being spoilt and you cannot correct he or she, it will be very difficult for your neighbors or relatives to correct your child or children because they believe that is what you want. So that's the issue we are experiencing as far as Nigeria is concerned now.
Okay, thank you. Million Philadelphia, you want to join that part? Million, Don, yeah, boy.
Yes, I'm here.
Will everybody look at
I'm here. Oh, I've not gone. Oh.
uh-huh. You said you know where we got to at the point.
Wow.
I'm
You
still emphasizing on this, even though that I agree with you, I agree with you totally that we should
All
continue to
right.
do we should do it, we should fight corruption right from home. You know, I think quite all of it. But at the same time, because like to be sincere, America too is corrupt.
Yes.
There is corruption in America too. It comes up in the news every now and then. FBI is not come arresting party members, representatives who embezzle party money. So corruption is everywhere. Let's accept that one. Okay? But at least America is fighting their own corruption. So I agree with you, Mayor Lagos, that Nigeria is fighting their own corruption too. But here is the problem. If it is possible for America to go to Nigeria and get somebody and bring them back here to come and face a music because they did something, they did a crime in America. Why is it difficult for Nigerian personnel to come here and pick something and pick somebody who invests money? Rather, America will open the door for them to apply for asylum.
hello?
You know,
Okay. Let me come
somebody
in
who
there.
stole, I'm coming, somebody who stole Nigerian money, America will give them asylum. And that means they are not that they become untouchable. In UK, they will open asylum for them too. They become untouchable. And all the money they stole is in the bank account in the UK. For example, like this, a poor man will die. 400 million dollars or pound, not good dollars, pound. Within 6 months, he transferred to UK bank. Now that he's now in prison, what is going to happen to the money? Now, dear boy, my question to you is how can this Western world help do their part in sending these looters back to Nigeria? Because one of the buyers today, how can they do their part instead of actually welcoming them and bringing you?
Now, where you are expecting somebody to solve your problem for you, is a sign of failure on your side as a nation.
Don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me
I
wrong.
understood what you are saying. Now, let me
We
give you a
need to solve
background
our
to the
problem.
whole.
But are you guys
Listen, I'm
saying
here with
that? Are you guys saying that the
moderator.
Western world has no part in this at all?
They do. Even let me tell you, We have signed extradition pact with most of these countries. You know what extradition pact? If any fugitive in your own areas, I mean, any fugitive come from my own country to your areas, you can able to do what? Repatriate that person back. I mean, deport the person back to my country. It's part of what? Extradition pact. And that was he has signed. And that was America used. That was on that part it had with UAE for them to able to urge Popsi to US. I remember I have a brother that involved in a cyber crime in South Africa. The America went down there to go and arrest him. He was arrested and flew back to Miami in US. Today now he's still in prison. We have that pact with them. Also do. But the question is this: do
But it
our
seems that the
institutions have the
extradition
technical?
fact is working from one side.
Hmm?
It seems that the
Are we?
extradition
Have we?
is only working from one side.
No. Have we, as a nation, trying to do what? Activated that pact in any time? Give me an example of one. We have only been playing to gallery. What we have been doing is what called a media trial. That's what we have been doing. Have we acted as a nation to able to what? To activate this law? Now you have this woman, what's the name of this woman, former minister of petroleum, Alison Madueke. What have you done? What have you done towards that? How he has looted Nigerian money? Look at this man, former governor of the Delta State, James Ibori. After
James Ibori.
UK jailed him for a long period of time, he came back to Nigeria, and the whole country, let me say, the whole state welcomed him back as a hero. These are the kind of people we have as a leader, and these are what the nation what has to do, because they now believe what is a form of mentalism for what they did to him. It's just like we as a nation too. We have not deemed fit to able to put our resources together to able to what to fight this monster. If you want the Western world to help us, we must of course help ourselves. One, we must strengthen our institutions in the area world that's fighting this corruption. Two, we must empower them financially, because you need money to do all these things. Number three, you must give them what technically technologies to able to what to able to work with. Because now you still believe in manual using the look at. Let me give you an example today. In Nigeria today, I don't think we have forensic laboratory for the Nigerian police. And how do you want to fight corruption? How do you want to fight crime? And these are the what? These are the system. What we call it a symptom of systematic failure that has become the hallmark of our nations. If you want the other one to help you, you must first help yourself.
Okay. John. John, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. You hear the conversation all along. If your network is good, this might be the right time for you to come in.
I like this brother that just spoke recently, and you see, I said it earlier. I don't know if he was online then when I spoke about we just building individuals rather than the institution. But in places where we have something close to institutional development, that was why I cited the instance of Central District of Lagos. That imagine anybody that would want to drive there, nobody there try to break the light because they know there are hidden cameras everywhere. They are not hidden cameras, there are cameras everywhere. And there are consequences. Your bill will be waiting for you. It is when you want to go for the renewal of that car that you will know say you don't the whole Lagos State money. So until we get to that point, and unfortunately it may sound like a broken record, the bottom line still lies with the fact that leadership is still the way out. Until we have a leader that is ready to do the daring thing, to look at everybody and that is ready to even risk his or her own life that, okay, this is where we are going. It's either we sink or we sail. We have not yet started. Until we have such a leader, we have not yet started. And the reality is, we don't seem to have anybody in that light. I don't know. Human being can change. Some people might get to the situation and God can just decide to touch their heart and change them. Maybe it's not an impossible task. But if we look at it from our own human eyes, we don't seem to have anybody that we can say that, okay, we can look forward to, that this person should be able to give us the desired change. Me, I don't know, maybe any other person is seeing, but me, I'm not sure I have anybody of such character in sight. And somebody said something about the West giving asylum to people. In any sane, is the question I want us to ask ourselves: is any sane human being, why would any sane human being steal such a money? Somebody must be mentally imbalanced to steal some of the money these people steal. It's you now ask yourself, to do what exactly? The exact money that is still there, Accountant General of the Federation, what will he need those money for? To do what? It's not that you can compete to be the world richest or whatever. It's something I ask these boys that will do, say, if I want to do Yahoo, I want to do rituals, I want to do this. If not just 6 months, me I just get money. If not just 1 year, me I just get money, I don't mind. That 1 year, what position are you in your society? As in, oh boy, Ihama is the richest guy in this area. You never see them. What did they won't get? They won't buy Benz, won't buy Lexus, finish. So when they give them asylum, I'm just trying to justify the asylum part, but it's just a way to show that you people are mad, you are mentally imbalanced. That is why you will steal this much from your people. I don't know if we remember one Yakubu guy in Kaduna. I don't know either it was LNPC or something. That guy stole so much that time people were like, the street he was living in Kaduna, that street was not tarred. When EFCC got to his house and they saw such money that was retrieved from his house, and people in that street were like, so this man has this kind of money and this road is not tarred. That is the kind of mentally challenged leaders we have. So, well, we'll keep on hoping for the best, but I know that it is just one thing that we need to do. What one thing that is, I don't know. How many things we need to do before that one thing, neither do I know. But I know it's just one thing that we need to do to get it right. Just one thing. Submit.
Final word. Let me put some things clear. Some of these forums are very, very important to discuss because whether we like it or not, the fact remains that a lot of people have opinion. But opinion sometimes does not really help. That's why truth and facts really matters. Why none of us here can change any one of these corrupt people? But what we are using this kind of forum to do is to actually help people to be able to analyze things in their own corners, so that the next time they have opportunity to share their voice in the polling booth, they know exactly what to do. It is so sad that these days there is too much misinformation. But one thing is clear: the politicians want misinformation because without misinformation they will not get to power. And when they misinform you here and there, they get to power. They continue to steal your money through the backyard. On this show, we are not encouraging corruption. We will never do that. But we have to emphasize on some important policies that will be put in place. Well, you've heard all our guests. The decision this time is yours. Now, our next focus will be on the inauguration ceremony. Okay? The inauguration ceremony. Guys, I want you to actually, like a word of advice for our youth, especially. Okay? I sent a post earlier. It reads, inauguration ceremony is already in progress. But before you think of watching the occasion, ask yourself, are you fighting for yourself, your cause, your struggle as a Nigerian, or you are fighting for the honor of another man? If you are actually fighting for the honor of another man, that will only mean one thing: you are just a use and done. Over to you guys. Some people are clamoring for disrupting the inauguration. This time around, I'm not talking about the regular rally. I'm not talking about the inauguration. These people are actually clamoring for it. I'm hearing it online everywhere. There is a madam being directed up. And it calls over to an online show. He's in the UK with his children, with our children, sorry. And he's telling Nigerian youth, go out and fight for your rights. If you have to burn it down. But the madam is saying all this freely, and she's in the UK with her children. But now she's using her forum to implore Nigerian youth to go to fight. That is exactly why I put out this message on behalf of Oputo TV. You guys, I want you to use this last part before we close up the forum for today. How they say, help our Nigerian youth not to smoke their head because of any politicians. Who is going to take on that post? Mayor Lagos.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay,
So concerning the inauguration ceremony that will take place on Monday, 29th, by God's grace, I want to believe the speaker is echoing here.
Hold on.
Is echoing? Okay.
Let me mute something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what am I saying now is that I want to believe nobody is the Messiah now, as far as the state of affairs of Nigeria is concerned now. Some two candidates, or let me say aspirants, when they came those years, I thought, oh, these ones are the messiahs. But later I discovered that nobody is a messiah. But at the same time, I wish the incoming president the very best luck. But at the same time, the Nigerian youth should be very careful, and they should not be partisans. they should not be partisans, because being partisans can cost them their lives. Being partisan can cost them their lives. So everybody should just wish the administration good luck, while we also work hard to make things better for ourselves. Because in Nigeria now, it's just as if the government its own and individuals too are doing their own. But the fact still remain, we are Nigerians and we have government. But I want to believe that this incoming president and administration will surely at least favor us. So for everybody that is a Nigerian, they should not take things too personally, to the extent of losing their lives or being in custody of, you know of police or military men. So I wish Nigeria greater heights, and I want to see a better Nigeria. The fact that I am not a partisan of any political party, but I believe Nigeria will be great again. So that's my take on that.
Thank you very much. Dear boy,
Yeah, I'm here.
go ahead.
Wow. You raise a salient point. Youth are the driving force of any nations because they are the energy, they are the brain, they are the strength, and they are a force that cannot be pushed aside. And I want to look these issues from two angles that you raised now. One, the youth need to be proactive. They need to be what? To involve actively in the political process. Don't be an onlooker. The way we have been doing for a long period of time. Politically, we are so docile. We need to be look at those leaders that have been ruling us for a long. They are the ones that are still recycling themselves. For us to be relevant, you need to be involved. And for you to push for an agenda that favor the youth, you need to get engaged. You can't be at the side and be expecting miracle. Miracle is not done anywhere. It's you that will, because let me tell you, politics is all about the interest. And everybody is, we will look at the doing of politics. You discover that is able to coexist interests of people that are involved in societies. And if you don't push for your own interest, nobody will do that for you. The youth need to be proactive, they need to be constructive, and they need to get involved. And for them to be relevant, and for them to push for an agenda that will favor them in this incoming administration. Like what that guy is, no messiah really. But what the issue is what? Can we trying to push our interests in? I remember when you look at the acceptance speech of Tinubu, he said one thing in his acceptance speech after his victory. He said that he has heard the voice of the youth, and the youth has spoken. That gives an idea that if he did not trying to put or to consider the youth in the administration, he will be a gunner like Arsenal. He knows the coming election will not be as what it will not be an easy ride. Look, if you look at the pattern of the votes all over the whole country, discover that where we have dominant of youth, discover that that's where all these APC and PDP lost the election. Look at Delta State. Delta lost, and PDP lost Delta to Labour, and a city governor of Delta State is a vice president aspirant of PDP. That will give an idea that we are the power. It's not left for us to use that power to empower ourselves and to make ourselves relevant in the scheme of things of this nation. That's one angle. The second one is we should not make ourselves available for agents of destruction. All these leaders have their kids in well-reputable schools all over the world, and they will not push their kids in the forefront of any troubles. They will ensure they are kept in a place that is very safe, and that's why you don't see them having school in Nigeria here. Some because they don't believe in Nigerian schools because they don't want anything to harm them.
And that's why they believe, okay, let them go and sail abroad to go and school. And that's the reason why we ourselves as an individual, I know we are not dull, we are not lazy, we are very creative, and that's what should we try to work towards it. We should not be we should not be an available tools of destruction. I think that's a message we need to champion now across every nation. Those ones that want to disrupt Tinubu's inauguration, they are on their own, no, because we are in a democratic era, and this is a country, and every country has their rules, and litigation is part of the democratic process. And if you feel aggrieved of the post of the election, you go to court to challenge the victory in the court. And if you have evidence to prove your allegations, you take it there, and the court will be there to hear you out and to be able to do the justice. I don't believe in the idea that our judiciary is as corrupt as that. You need to go there. You don't believe in hearsays. Just like what happened yesterday's judgment. Said the PDP are using social media to bully them. That's what most Nigeria, we don't understand how these things works here. Push your agenda to where it's necessary, to necessary quarters, and you follow it up to the letter. We will see that we are going to have a viable, productive, prosperous nation by the grace of God.
Thank you very much. Who else is there? John. Major. Okay. I guess that leaves us too. So I will round up.
Okay.
And then we can start the and now we have to be spreading rumors, to be spreading opinions. Everything we are saying here is based on fact. If anybody digress, we call that person to order. Because you have to say on point. On point means you have to say on facts. 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 I will emphasize that. Okay? Because Okuton TV does not want to be part of the fake news, okay? Because there are so many things going on now online. It is the other time you say that one politician is pooping in their body, and we know that is a lie. And then the other time you say one politician is making a go call. You don't know if it is true or not, but that seems to be a lie too. But we have to base everything on fact. Okay, on fact. Before we start exploding, that's one thing I found out about this TikTok, Facebook, all these social media. People are gullible. They just eat anything. Okay, so but this forum is trying to guide people back to normal discussion that always happens in Nigeria. When we were growing up, we have this discussion here and there. And it's all based on fact because we see everybody. And every time man in Nigeria know how to read newspaper. And every youth in Nigeria, while I was growing up, know how to read newspaper. Today, nobody reads newspaper again. I remember back in the days, we would stay in front of paper vendor. Even though we don't have money to buy the paper, what do we do? Can you give me that one? Banda. We open the first page, open the last page. Sometimes you even want the money to go there in order to be able to read and give the vendor back the paper. How many youths today are still reading paper? Let's just say the papers are now online. Okay. When was the last time you went online to read anything online that is actually backed up? Not the left that people are carrying around. When was the last time Nigerian youth went online to read from a factual paper, newspaper that is peer reviewed? While I'm not giving credit to all these news room or media, they have their own problem too. They have their own problem too. Some of them are nothing but political hacks that will not tell you the truth, even if they see you. But one fact remains. ìwé mímọ́ ní ẹwádìí gbogbo dájú kẹsì gbá òótọ́ mọ̀. So that means you have to verify and verify. Stop parading in conspiracy theory. It's not working. The last time in America, everybody parading conspiracy theory. Let them to go and invest the capital. More than 1,000 people now in jail. Yesterday, yes, somebody was lying to 18 years in prison. Only yesterday or last week. 18 years in prison. Why? Because he gets carried away with conspiracy theory and invaded the capital in America. Don't get carried away, oh. Tinubu, Atiku, or Obi, they will ride on your back. And I will not care. If anything happens to anybody, these guys will not care. So be careful. My children, be careful. Do not go out on behalf of anybody to go and bomb houses. Do not go out on behalf of anybody to go and bomb cars. Peaceful demonstration, why not? It's constitutional. Write placards, make your voice heard. But don't burn anything, no. Don't write your throat. And then you save your head, oh. My children, save your head.
I'm here with you.
We will see next week.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
Yes. We need to set agenda for this income administration.
I can't hear you. Come again.
Thank you.
I can't hear the last thing you said. So we need to
Yeah.
set agenda
For the income administration by next week. I think we should be able to work on that one.
Okay. Don't let me forget. On the 29th, on Monday,
Okay.
we will be here as early as possible.
Okay.
You are all welcome to join.
Okay.
That will be the best time for us to have that conversation.
Okay.
That does not change the normal schedule of the program, which is the state of affairs every Saturday. 2
Okay.
p.m. New York time and 7 p.m. Nigeria time.
Okay.
But on this special day, on the 29th,
Okay.
Monday, we'll be here.
And at what time?
Let's be clear. The handing over process is already over. I hope you know that, right?
Yes, it's already on.
Why you already hand over?
That one is ordinary. It's not constitutional.
Ceremony is the only thing we are waiting for.
You can't. Buhari is the president. Is he the president of the country? Until tomorrow 12 a.m.
Yes. On Monday, swearing in to start the whole thing.
Okay.
Without swearing in, the new president
cannot active. No, you need to take oath of office as a sign of
activate the new president.
Exactly, yeah.
Sworn in by the chief judge.
Exactly.
That one is just ceremonial.
It's not ceremonial. It's official. It's not ceremonial.
It is official.
It's official. Without that, now let me.
The reason why I said it's ceremonial is this. If they are not allowed to come out in the open to do it, they will do it in the secret. As long as it's morning, nobody cares where he's gone.
No problem. That was here. As long as they have signed the paper, as long as they have signed the oath of office as the president of the country, anywhere, whether it's inside the room, inside the same, anywhere, as long as you have signed that.
As long as the camera is everybody can see. Okay,
that's all. That's all. That's all.
They don't have to come to the open. So if
No,
anybody
no,
wants
no,
to
no,
come
no.
out, this guy
No,
can go into the
no
room.
law says that one.
Uh-huh.
The only one law says that he must sign an oath of office. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter where he signed it.
It does not
So
matter whether it's in the moon or anywhere. It does not matter. Just sign it.
This is the reason why I'm telling you that people who want to develop the whole thing, they should know that for now. Because
No.
if they do that, these people can just decide, you know what, let's go to the inner chamber and sign it in front of camera. The country will see it. Okay, now.
No, it's just an empty threat. We have been having the security challenges for the past 2 years. It's one of those security challenges.
My brother, we are in the modern day. There's no empty threat again.
Oh, no. Just an empty threat. No, empty threat.
Knowing
The woman that you said that is inciting violence in UK, these are the one we discussed the other time in the area of extradition. What Nigerian government have done towards that woman? Are they able to make a report to UK to repatriate that woman back to Nigeria? That's why we talk of foreign policies. Our foreign policy is also weak as well. The foreign policy is all about capability to able to compel other nations to promote your own interests.
But are you kidding me now? Did you forget that Obasanjo wrote a letter to UK over the death of Just mention the bishop. That the bishop was even signing a letter too. That particular politician should be released. Even our religion is corrupt. Unfortunately.
No. What you said the other time is 95% of society is entrenched in this canker work, very deep, and that's why if you are not rich in the church today, they can't give you they can't give you a deacon or deaconess. They ask you to pay money. They ask you to pay money for it. They can't. A spiritual position.
Mm-hmm.
That means you must be spiritually. What do you call it? Spiritually strong, to be able to occupy. Because anytime the church need the money, you'll be the one to call upon those guys. Okay, we want to raise 500,000 naira.
So
How do you get it?
just like in the government, the position is never again about merit.
Exactly, no. You are only being the kind of a patronage, really.
So
Those ones that are to.
The church is no longer being appointed by Amiro.
No. It's based on your financial capability. Even if you don't take care of pastor very well, the prayer of pastor to you will be small.
See?
If you don't grease your pastor very well, if you don't grease his palm very well with money, your prayer will not be as good as that one. The other one, the kind of prayer we pray for them will be different.
The louder your prayer will go.
Exactly. God bless you, your own will be different.
Unfortunately.
That's just a scenario. That's where Nigeria have slided to.
Oh my goodness, unfortunately.
Even those ones to be the custodians or the moral in societies are even the agent of decadence that have become the hallmark of our nations. And that's why now let me give it before we go. Let me put it. Okay.
Because I still need to meet you later on a TikTok. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to TikTok right now. Okay. Because we can't combine this show. The TikTok means this show. So I'm going on TikTok right now. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to hold your thought until you get there, fine. But if you want to blow it now, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Shall we are going to TikTok?
I will go to TikTok right after finishing this show. Okay? Because for
Okay.
some people, the gadget mess up. You can't combine TikTok with the others.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I will do separate show for TikTok.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So see you on TikTok.
Okay. You're welcome.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay. My brother, enjoy your
Thank.
time. I know. Be
Okay.
safe,
Thank
oh.
you.
Be safe, oh. And every other person that were on the show, thank you very much for contribution to Mama Kem Day. Thank you very, very much. Your contribution always mighty. Mayor Philadelphia, thank you very much. I know your situation is not easy. I understand. I understand. The reason why you cannot finish show with us. And John, okay, civil engineer, a máa kọ́lé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Thank you very much for your contribution too. Mayor Lagos, thank you very much. I'm Yimba. And all of you guys that send in the comments on chat. Thank you, Oyere. Thank you. Thank you very much. All of you that stop by to watch and go and come back and stopping by to watch. Thank you very much. I hope to see you next time. And I hope we do more proud than this. This discussion is getting louder. Come and share your voice. Má pẹ̀lú mọ́. Má pẹ̀lú mọ́. Stop shutting yourself up. Come and share your voice. Ire o, ire kàbìtì. Àrí yìí náà o.